Hello and welcome to AminoQuest. Thanks for your patience. We appreciate it. Again, we are sponsored by Nerds Abroad Supply. They have the best dice on the market. Check them out at nerdsabroadsupply.com and use code AminoQuest for an awesome discount. We're just going to jump right in because we're a little late. So, previously, while waiting for the repairs for Huapo's Revenge... Oops, that's the wrong one. That was actually...
earlier.
The repairs are complete.
Yeah.
So after you successfully defeated the Sea Hags, you found a mysterious tome with the, iconography of the totem witch on the front of it. It's written in Sylvan, as you guys discovered, a language which unfortunately none of you understand. Finishing up the last bit of repairs and preparations, you successfully christened Huapo's Revenge, and she is finally seaworthy. Your first destination is the island of Iti Maish. To the great Tree of Life, to gather what information you can on the many questions you have. So, again, it's about noon, and you guys are ready to set off. How would you guys like to proceed?
Are we in the water already, or we're at the port?
You guys are currently docked, but you guys are ready basically to ship out.
Well, seeing as how I'm the only one, I'm pretty sure that's been to where we're going from. I go up to Footlock and the captain and tell them where we should chart our course in my very not so good understanding of nautical terms. So I tell them that we're Footlock. I think we need to head east. Is it east?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Potty takes out her orb.
I'll take it.
Where's north? And I know where north is.
He's so fast. I've heard him running over.
I'm on the other side of the table now, folks.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. So north is.
I heard his little dice.
Yeah.
Wait, no.
Other way.
East is
That's
that
that
way.
way. Yeah. I'm used to reading.
Yeah, you guys.
It's
Northeast, southwest.
It's north.
Yeah.
It's northeast, and you have to go. So you have to go. It's northeast, and you need to go around the middle island here.
Oh,
Big one
what is
right here?
Along.
this one right? This guy right here.
Yeah.
Whichever one. I can't read.
Do we not? Is it the course down
The
here?
Lopele
Here?
volcano.
Can we go south of the?
You could, yeah.
Or was it just straight across? I don't know. Like, is the tree in the dead center here, or
It's pretty close to the center.
okay?
You could go. You could reach it either way. You know that the seas tend to be a little bit more turbulent on the side that's closer to the volcano.
Over here.
Okay.
So if you were to head there, could be more turbulent seas. On the outside, it's going to take longer. Typically, less turbulent seas.
Are there any? Does Winston know about any? Like, are there ports or anything? Or?
So you know of the port that you know of that you came out of is on the other side of the island.
Over here.
Yeah,
Okay.
which is the port of
Yeah.
Minoke.
So Winston goes up to after everybody's assured on where north and east are.
Now that we know where you're
Yeah.
going.
So I recommend that we set sail for where I came from, which I guess would be the further side of the island. I don't know if we would call that the
Leeward.
Leeward or the wayward side.
I think it's leeward.
But I'm just because we're novice sailors, some of us, and it's a new crew. I think maybe we should go around that side of the island. We could go straight for the island, but it's a little more dangerous.
Well, seeing as how I'm not a novice sailor, I could get us there with my cartographer and navigator's tools. However, I recommend going around as the waters are tumultuous right by the volcano.
Yes.
And I think I can speak for the captain when I say we are ready to sail.
Agreed.
So, if there's no objection from the crew, I imagine it is assembled at this point.
Yeah.
If there's no objection from the crew. Ah, Captain, there you are. Captain, Mr. Winston here has informed me that we are now ready to sail east. East, right? Yes?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. East. Around the island of, what's that name again? Sorry. Mitimaish. Around the island of Mitimaish. To avoiding the tumultuous waters near the volcano. If you so desire, Captain, we can head out when you're ready.
Instead of here.
Yeah.
Got it.
Those waters suck.
This is dangerous. Not as dangerous, but longer.
But
We'll go not as dangerous, but longer. I agree with you guys.
Okay.
all right, Captain. Well, just say the word, and I will relay the command to the crew to set sail.
Also, really quick, as treasurer, are we calling this day one?
Yeah.
We'll call it day one.
Yes, because the crew.
We gotta pay the crew for today. So
Nah.
yeah.
See, look, I put it in.
All right. Let's. Is there like a cool way of doing this? Not just let's set sail.
As you can say, be underway.
Let's be underway.
As you wish, Captain. All right, crew. Get yourselves in order. Get the sails unfurled, and let's be underway. Hoist anchor, and let's make for the east side of the island I can't pronounce.
That island.
What he said.
All right. So you set sail, heading east around the island. So as you can see here, this is about a 1 day's journey by sea. And it looks like, what is that? Like maybe 2 ship lengths.
We got another one. Look at that.
So basically from where you are, and you guys can use your ship as the guide, you can do 2 ship lengths in a day. Since you are traveling...
Are we full sail? Half
It's
sail?
up to you guys.
Quarter sail?
The amount that you can travel, so keep in mind, so the amount that you can travel is actually written on the
Here.
on there.
I have it.
I think it's
It is
96 miles, something like that in a day.
4 miles per hour.
Or 96 miles
per day.
Okay, yeah. So that's about 2 ship lengths, based on just the map and the ship, so that you guys can keep an eye on how long it goes. So you guys obviously are able to sail through the night if you wish. Now, the interesting thing about your ship is that well, you know what? We're not going to go there yet.
It's
We're not
not
going to go
really
there
a
yet.
ship.
We're just not
It's
gonna
a
go there.
transformer.
Do I feel anything deep in my soul about it?
You will.
Okay.
I was getting ahead of myself.
Okay.
I bet the ship talks to you. I'm calling
While
it.
we're sailing, I mean, since we have crew and everything, can we work on things or do things?
Mm-hmm.
What's the okay.
Yeah. Okay. So
We can sing a shanty. We can swab the deck. We can
Work on my performance.
work on your performance. Do some of that
I don't
trident.
bore people anymore. Work on my hula skills.
okay. So in addition to in the player's handbook, there's activities that can be done while traveling. So you can look at those and you can do those. In addition, you can draw a map. You can forage. You can ask. The first mate can raise morale.
That'll be
And
interesting.
then your quartermaster will need to make some navigation checks, and obviously there's going to be, if you would like to be stealthy, Captain, then will make a check for your ship if you want to kind of sail stealthily.
Incognito.
And then there's what you're obviously not able to now, but you're able to repair. Your bosun is able to repair the ship
Okay.
during travel as well. So those are all traveling options for you guys as you travel. And keep in mind, you can only go about a ship's length before it gets dark.
Got it.
So in the meantime, how would you guys like to approach this?
Like, could I spend time just becoming familiar and better with my trident? Is that something that can do?
Yeah, training. I think that's actually it's probably in the player's handbook on how you train with that.
Okay.
Take a look at that really quick. If it doesn't have any specifics, I'll come
Training.
up with some.
Okay.
So, question: Does
There's training.
Potty have to keep drumming right now?
No, we're sailing.
Or
You
sailing?
guys just
We're
sail.
not rowing.
Did she get to drum at all?
You could if you wanted to.
I'm imagining
It's up to you, Captain.
when we went under sail underway. But
Potty is just tinkering around, like puttering around the ship with her drumsticks. Not on the drum.
she's
not
just like
down there.
knocking on the wood railing and stuff.
Yeah, and she's looking for, since they're figuring that out, she's looking for any spare lumber or more planks.
Spare lumber or planks?
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe 8 feet long, as many as she could find. 4 to 8 feet long planks, if there's any left over from the repairs.
In the hold, you discover that there is supplies that the bosun has stored for repairs,
Okay,
but
there's
it
no
doesn't look like it's like spare. But you find stacks of extra planks and things like
Well,
that.
I don't think she knows that they're for other stuff. So she wants to take about 10 pieces.
10 like 8-foot long planks.
Yeah.
Okay.
All at once.
What do you? Yeah, that's obviously we won't be able to do that all at once. But what are you gonna? Where are you taking them?
To that bedroom behind her drum, where all those beds are.
Okay. So while you're in the process of doing that, Pelika notices. She's like, "Hey, what are you doing with all of those? That's repair. Those are for the ship repairs."
I'm making something that we will need.
We don't need we need that for repairs. If we don't have that, how are we going to repair the ship?
They're not leaving the ship right now. Currently, they're just sitting there, not doing anything. I'm going to put them to good use, and I intend to talk to the captain. I think she will like what I'm doing. Thank you.
Okay, make a persuasion check.
That's a natural 20.
And natural 20. She goes, "All right, fine. Just I would talk to the captain before you decide
will.
that. But
Hammers and a nail?
uh,
Hammer and nails. I only need one hammer and a bunch of nails.
I'll. There's. I have some tools in my supplies. I'll get them for you.
Okay, and I will bring them right back.
I'd appreciate that.
And if you need this for repairs, just come get me. You know where to find me. I row the ship.
Okay, sounds good." And she goes and gets your hammer and nails.
Thank you, Pelika.
What do the rest of you do?
All right. I've changed my mind. I'm going to brew beer. I have a brewery tools. I'm going to put it to use in my captain's quarters. I'm going to set up a little brewing station. for everyone.
The crew will love you.
Okay.
That is the game plan.
Go ahead and make a dexterity check. And make sure you add your proficiency since you are. I'm assuming you're proficient
I
in
am
brewing.
proficient in brewing.
So
19 plus. So 23.
okay, you are successful, and you're pretty proud of it. If you do say so yourself,
It tastes
it's a pretty great beer.
I wouldn't know.
But I think it takes some time.
It does.
It takes some time to brew. So
If I remember, it takes. I looked it up.
She made it in her bathtub. Don't.
Did you really?
So
No,
you-
I set up a whole station in my captain's quarters. I have room.
So you're able to do that. You
So
know,
it's brewing. It's over there.
yes. While you guys are traveling, so let's see. That was all. Obviously, I'm assuming this is actually the first. Like, you guys are doing this during the first afternoon that you guys are out.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. And would you guys? What are you doing? Flintlock.
It's a very good question.
Are you anything specific? Or are you just kind of tending to the
I'm
ship?
just tending to the ship. I'm standing at the helm, just sort of surveying the crew and whoever's steering. I'm not sure if I'm steering or if one of our
That's up
crew.
to you. I mean,
But I'm just kind of surveying the crew to make sure that they're being relatively civil, as much as a motley crew can be.
okay. So your first mately duties.
Yep.
Okay. And Flintlock. I mean, sorry, you're Flintlock.
Sure.
Winston, what are you doing during? So you guys have begun to travel.
Yes. At the moment, we're just out on the ocean. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I think Winston is preparing his research notes to share with his colleagues at the TMIH. Things he's learned about Luminite and the dagger and the totem witch and everything. So he's just right now preparing all that. He's preparing samples of the tree, because I think he's curious to see if that has any magical properties, or if he can, what's the word?
Baby, what happened?
Not regrow, but
Regenerate? No, propagate.
propagate something from it. You know, just
It's a diver, but yeah, propagate.
And I think he's interested in maybe learning more.
Okay.
So
Okay, come here.
he's thinking of finding somebody on board who can teach him how to do it.
Okay. So you're just thinking when you decide that you want to do that, you just let me know when you're done thinking about it.
I don't think he's quite there yet. He hasn't built up the courage to do that yet.
Okay.
But yeah, right now he's just getting underway, preparing, make sure he's ready for the journey.
Okay. So as this time passes and this first afternoon kind of wraps up, it's starting to get dark. Go ahead and move your ship a ship length towards just about the length of a ship.
There.
I feel like it's a little bit.
So what time is it right now?
So now it's evening.
Oh, okay.
It's the evening of the first night out at sea. Do you guys have anything you'd like to do? And how are you approaching? How are you approaching watch? Are you going to let the crew handle it? Are you going to do it yourself? How are you? Are you obviously your crew is going to be kind of sailing through the night, so you guys have your crew's on rotation. So, but I'm assuming you guys will be sleeping and that sort of thing. So, how would you guys like to approach the first night at sea?
I'm thinking myself. Is there a way that I can like chart our course on the map? Because I've got cartographer's tools and navigator's tools. Should I?
Yeah. You're actually able to draw a map,
Oh,
producing the map of the ship's progress and helps the crew get back on course if they get lost. No ability check is required, so you're able to just do
I'm
that.
doing that. I'm drawing a map.
Okay, Potty goes down to that little bedroom and she looks at it for a while. She drops off all the stuff and she looks at the beds. She's trying to build a planter, like a garden,
Okay.
and she looks at the beds and looks at the wood, and she kind of realizes like the bed frame. If she loses the mattress, she can just put the planks on the bottom and just fill the rest with dirt. So she just wants to. She'll return whatever she has left to Pelika,
Okay.
and then she's going to make a note to look for dirt. But first, she wants to go see Lashana because Lashana told her that she could help her.
Okay. So you gotta do that, and you go find Lashana.
Okay.
Then, I mean, she's usually found in her. So on the main deck, there's kind of some basically officer cabins.
Yeah.
And one of those cabins is like the medical bay.
Okay.
So that's where you're gonna find Lashana usually.
Okay. So she goes there.
Okay. Potty. Oh, hello. Come in. And so remind me, you wanted something done with your head or
Yes.
something along those lines?
Mhm.
Okay. Go ahead. Describe to me what you want done.
Okay. Seeing as it's night, she casts spiritual weapon
Okay.
and shows her spiritual weapon and goes, "This is me, but like better. 5 feet taller, more confident, more buff, and she's got a thingy on her head. It's like a blade."
So you want a blade implanted in your head?
Yeah. And I don't know what you do or what you do these things, but can it do something cool, or is it just? I'm really still confused about what you could do because I saw you take, Larry's hand.
Mhm.
Can you do something cool with the little sprocket gear thing that I gave you once you put it up here?
I mean, I can implant it. I might be able to implant it in your head, but I feel like maybe just a helmet would be better for you. Are you sure you want it in your head? That's pretty permanent.
I thought you like to experiment with stuff. You're just gonna make me a helmet?
No, I wouldn't do that. I would say someone else would do that. But when it comes to the head, you know what? You're right. We'll just lay down on the table. We'll figure something out.
How long will this take?
Probably the better part of the night.
Okay.
I'm gonna put you to sleep.
Okay. Will I get my long rest out of game when I'm put to sleep?
Yeah.
Okay. Because I burned a spell slot to show her. Okay. All right. Be sure you don't tell the captain or Flintlock or Winston or Sorbash.
I will not tell them, but they'll notice.
I mean, no. Yeah, they might try to stop me. I think because I think they're starting to really care about me.
You could be right.
Okay. Do it to it.
Okay. She kind of, casts a spell and you fall asleep. And she
So mad.
begins to undergo the process. Okay, let's roll a check. Ooh, good for you. Nat 20. Ooh.
Like someone's like, what? Just
Coming out, just half of your face is always numb.
Stroke. Drooling out of one side of the face.
So, and during the next morning, you will discover what has happened to you.
Okay.
But you're asleep currently. Okay, the rest of you, for your first night, what are you guys doing? First night at sea.
I am going to take watch with the crewmen at one point and sort of like share the burden of watch, but also start to get to know the crew in some
Okay.
capacity.
Cool.
So that's what I do. I'm on watch. with them.
Okay. So go ahead and roll a perception check, and then also roll a charisma check. Just a straight charisma check.
So my charisma was hi, up here, Colby. 13.
Okay.
And then my perception was
Go ahead and roll a perception with advantage since you're doing it full on.
it was
Sorry, should have said
no,
that
it's
earlier.
fine. Perception is 21.
Okay. And you said 13 for your charisma
Yeah.
check? Okay. So you're able to, you're out and about and you do a watch with the crew member. There's a crew member are you up in most of the watches are done obviously up in the crow's nest.
Yeah, I want to be up there.
So you're up in the crow's nest and you're with
One arm, one leg.
One arm, one leg, Larry.
Larry.
He's like leaning to the side.
Nasty.
Nesty.
You're with Nesty.
How come all of our crew members have verbs for names?
Where is it? Of course I can't find it.
What's the name of the guy that cleans out the head?
The head.
Oh,
Potty.
potty. We have another potty.
Alex.
That's guys.
Let's see. Oh, there it is. I was like, and your crew member that you're speaking to is
Can't wait.
Old Beard.
Old beard?
Old beard?
Old.
Like
Old
L
apostrophe beard. Old Beard.
Old beard.
And he's
Old
this
beard.
kind of,
Does he have
You
a
know,
beard?
No, clean shaven.
he doesn't have a beard.
Okay.
It's totally ironic. It's
Okay.
like, it's at best, some light stubble. And he's kind of like, obviously he's an older guy. Seems to be on watch a lot. And he's pretty quiet. He's kind of just sitting out, looking out.
How long have you been a sailor?
Oh, I've been a sailor all my life.
I've been a fisherman most of my life.
That's great. That's great. So, Captain, you ever been a captain before?
Just of small fishing vessels.
Oh, all right. How'd you come across this ship? I ain't never seen a ship like it.
Just came across her in a cave. Felt a real pull and took her for my own.
All right. Well, that's impressive that you grabbed the whole ship for yourself in a cave, no less, which is odd. But you see anything out there?
No.
How
How about you?
Neither do I. But that's the life of a watchman.
Do you like watch duty?
Yeah, it's better than some of the other stuff.
All right.
I don't have to do much. It's just nice. I just sort of watch.
Yeah.
Captain, I like you.
Oh,
I,
thanks.
I'm glad that you're my captain. You're a lot nicer than some of my other captains.
Can I let you in on a secret?
Sure.
I'm currently working on brewing some beer for everybody.
Oh, that sounds great.
Yeah, should be ready in 5 to 6 days.
All right. Well, I think it'll take us about that long to get to where we're going.
Yeah.
So We'll have a party when we get there.
Yeah. I just settle back and watch.
It's a quiet night for the rest of the
Okay. Winston, what do you do?
So I spent a lot of the day just organizing everything ahead of time, making sure I'm completely ready. I have all of my notes organized when we get to Maish. But in the evening, I decided to pay a visit to Lashana to see how she was doing with Greg,
Okay.
our friend Greg. So I kind of finish up my business, kind of pack up all my stuff in my cabin, and maybe around sunset, make my way down to Lashana's workstation and say hi to a few crew members on the way because I'm trying to work on being personable.
Good. And then that was sunset. I'm assuming you probably visited her after the sunset, right? Or did you visit?
Or is it? Are we already like? Is this later? Like pretty late evening?
Well,
that
just
we're talking
just
about?
describing you as the sun is setting. Like, describe to me what your evening looks like. You don't have to. There's no
Yeah.
specific.
Yeah, I think just around that, like after dinner or something, we
Okay.
probably went to find Lashana.
And did you wait until the sun had set for a little bit to go visit Lashana, or did you visit Lashana pretty close to a little bit before sunset?
Oh, me?
You.
It was right before sunset.
Okay. So as you go to visit Lashana, you walk in, and lying on the her operating table there is Potty, unconscious, and you see her kind of prepping her. She's just getting started, so she's like prepping her tools, and she's got this like sharpened cog wheel that looks like she's kind of getting got ready.
Hello, Lashana.
Oh, Winston, hi. How are you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing fantastic. So this tabaxi wanted a blade in her head.
Oh,
So I'm gonna do that.
that's great.
Would you like to help, or did you just
What?
want to?
Yeah. What do you need my help with?
Well,
It's been so long since I've been in a lab. This is great.
perfect. Well, we're just gonna perform the surgery together. I would think. I mean, that.
Where's Greg?
Oh, he's over there under some blankets. So
Oh,
he's
have you worked on him at all?
bits and pieces. I mean, well,
That's why I came
he's
down
in
here. I
bits
came
and
down here to
pieces.
see if you had done anything. We were excited to see what the experiments you had.
Well,
going on.
he's a little bit everywhere at the moment.
Oh, I understand.
And I honestly, the tabaxi has been wanting something, so I've been working on trying to figure out what I should do to her. So I think what I am going to do is we're gonna add this blade to her head, and we're gonna reinforce it so that
Is she going to be able to fight with it?
I would imagine so. That would be the goal, is that she'd be able to, maybe headbutt some people.
This is great.
something
Maybe there are
along
career
those lines.
implications I could use for this.
I would imagine so. I mean, attaching blades as appendages is, I mean, at this point, it's not too terribly difficult for me. I've never really done one on the head, though.
Like a horn.
Yes, like a horn. Shall we begin?
I'm your assistant.
All right, let's go. So, go ahead and roll do a medicine check for me.
17?
17. All right, cool. Is that adding your modifiers?
Plus 2.
Excellent. So, especially obviously with her nat 20, you guys performed an excellent surgery. And
You
it's
make
actually-
a great team.
Absolutely. And you know what? It took me quicker than I expected. She's going to be out for the rest of the night, and it's getting late. I think I'm going to turn in as well. So, feel free to mess around here. I'm going to head to my sleeping quarters and get some rest. Just leave the tabaxi. She'll wake up sometime tomorrow. She'll be fine.
Oh yeah, I won't disturb her. Yeah, thank you. And if there's anything I can do to help your research in the future, I'll do that. And maybe we can return the favor.
Excellent. And if you have any interesting ideas you'd like to try with myself, of course, I'm always here for you.
Well, I'm always open to anything that we could possibly use for super soldiers, real super soldiers. So
interesting.
this is going to be definitely one I'm putting out in my book.
Yes, for sure.
I may even have one in my head tomorrow.
Ooh, excellent. Let me know if you need help with that. Good night, sir. Good night.
Right, and then Winston heads back to his bed. Very, very happy with having done some actual science.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And that's what I did.
And you go to your bed?
No.
Okay. And you fall asleep?
Bed after that.
Okay. Now, so Winston, you fall asleep. And as you do so, you have some dreams. Your sleep is not as calm as it normally is. And in this dream, your precious home, Mti Maish, looms over you, blocking everything out. And though it seems to overtake everything, it still feels endless miles away. And before your eyes, it begins to decay, and its branches begin to groan and creak. You know what's about to happen, and though you roar and lunge forward as if to catch the massive branches, they fall to the ground in sickening crunches. All that you hold dear falls to the ground. Blood and fire erupt in your field of vision before you, and the tree of life, everything that you love, burns in a bright crimson flame. All you feel is rage. Blind, overwhelming bloodlust fills up every part of your body, and suddenly you realize that there's some faceless body in your hands that's the object of your rage. And in your hands, you feel the bones snap and the blood burst from its skin as your massive hands tear it apart. And from the pool of blood at your feet, a single blue flower sprouts. And you awake, clutching Maish's thorn in your hands tightly.
I think, Winston, obviously very shaken up by this dream, especially because he normally doesn't dream. He's usually a pretty sound sleeper and sleeps throughout the night. So he goes up on deck to get some fresh air and just kind of think about what he just dreamed.
And as you do so, Nissa is heading back down below deck at the same time that you kind of are coming on deck. The watch is changing and she's heading down.
So he's just kind of out of breath and he's just, "Hi, Captain. I'm just getting some fresh air. I had a weird dream about where we're heading. I don't know what it means, but maybe I should tell you about it."
Do you want to tell me about it?
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
And I saw the tree where we're heading, Timaish, and it was like it was falling apart and burning. I have a really bad feeling about where we're heading right now. Reminded me of what happened to your village. That's the feeling I got.
That's what it sounds like.
So I don't know. It was just a dream, but I don't think with everything that's been going on that it would be a coincidence.
I don't
I
know.
also was doing some weird experiments with Lashana, so I don't know, it could be weird chemicals.
On Greg?
No, on the tabaxi.
What?
Yeah,
On potty?
she had some stuff that she wanted us to surgically put in her head, so I was her assistant.
Guys, it'll be the death of me. Okay.
It's actually a pretty awesome improvement.
She was fine the way she was.
She's better. Anyways, I wanted to tell you about this dream because it just was really out of the norm for me. I tend to get my 9 hours of sleep. Yeah, uninterrupted every night. But anyways, I'm just going to get some water and get some more fresh air. I just thought I should tell you about that. And maybe we should approach with caution when we get closer.
That's a good call. I'm going to go look for a flintlock
Okay.
and talk to him about it. And where are you at?
And Winston heads back to bed.
I was
Or tries to.
Yes.
probably in the. I don't know I forgot what our little ship looks like as far as the sections. I was making up maps, navigating and all that, doing
I
photography.
go find flintlock.
Wherever I have.
So you'd be on the main deck underneath the forecastle, not the underneath the forecastle. The captain quarters is underneath the poop deck. The underneath the forecastle is the officer quarters. So that's probably where you would be, in one of the officers' quarters.
Oh, okay. So I'm just now finishing up making the maps and everything, and kind of rolling up the map.
Flintlock.
Yes, Captain.
So this might sound strange, but
I won't be surprised.
Winston had a nightmare last night that his home was destroyed like mine. And in my culture, we take dreams pretty seriously. So I and Winston agreed.
That crew is rather noisy.
They're crazy.
Must have been hell, yeah.
But I think we should approach with caution. Well, he wants to approach with caution. I kind of want to get there as fast as possible.
I mean, first off, I don't dream, so I need a little explanation. And secondly, if he's worried about the destruction of his island, his town, his tree, whatever, I don't see any smoke from the island. I don't see any.
We're still pretty far away.
Indicate that's true. Oh, I have a telescope. I don't. Honestly, Captain, we should get to the island as fast as possible.
Yeah.
I don't see any reason to hang around offshore. We could be a target for.
How about as we approach, we keep an eye out for smoke and
Danger.
yes. Let the crew know to keep an eye out for mostly smoke. They seem to like to burn down places.
Yes, there's a habit of theirs. Oh, Captain, in the meantime, I did make some maps while
That's great.
you were all sleeping.
You made an interesting discovery while you were making the maps.
And I made an interesting discovery.
What is it?
What you discovered is that under the cover of night, the ship moves faster. So it actually moves 50% faster under the cover of darkness than it did during the day.
Captain, while it was night, this ship moved nearly 50%. Because I don't want to say it. It moves faster than during the day. I know because the voices. No, because the decks between my feet, the wood, the deck between my below my feet, can't talk today. Must be all the gin. I'm not. It. I could feel the vibrations quicken. I could see the stars pass by faster. This ship speeds up at night. I suggest if we want to get anywhere, we go under full sail at night.
All right. We're doing that right now, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, great. Okay.
How this is possible, I have no idea.
Well, when I did put on the cloak, a voice spoke, so I'm assuming it's a magical ship.
Well, clearly, it's a magic ship.
So, okay,
I'm just
so we're
hoping.
going, in that rate, we're going to get there quicker than we originally planned, correct?
Yes. So that would be. Yes.
So you move. Okay, so you move about one shift length during the day, and normally you move a shift length at night. You can actually move a shift length and a half
Okay,
at night, as far as what on here.
got it.
Cool. So are we?
Okay, great. Well, I was going to say, is there any way we can go faster? You sort of just.
There you go. You're welcome. Well,
So
or
we
one
need-
should say. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that's good news. Let the crew know to keep an eye out for smoke as we approach,
Of course.
and we'll take it when we have more information. We shall meet it. Well, probably it's a ship.
It's a small
But I'm saying we'll talk about that again. And
I get it.
hopefully, what happened to my village does not happen to his home.
I would hope not. All right, Captain. I'll inform the crew.
All right. I am off to bed. Wake me if anything happens.
Aye, Captain. And I make my way to the top deck.
Okay. And what are you doing on the top deck?
Who's up there right now? Who's this?
I mean, the crew, because you're sailing full sail at night. About half the crew is up there pretending to the ship and that sort of thing. It's not that quiet because about half. I mean, we've got half the crew awake and working on it.
Do I have all my navigator's tools and cartographer's tools? Do I have like a telescope? Can I see the island from where we are? Or?
I mean, I would assume that your navigator's tools would include a telescope, like
Like spyglass.
yeah,
Yeah.
spyglass.
I'm gonna try to use my spyglass and look at the island as we're approaching it. Do I see anything unusual?
Do a perception check.
Here we go. Here we go.
We're on day 2 at sea.
8.
Dave, this is the first night.
Wait, hold on. Actually, that's 10 because I'm adding proficiency.
Oh, because you're using
Yeah.
cartographer's tools. Yeah. Or navigator's tools. What'd you say? 9? 10. Okay. So as you kind of scan the island, I mean it's dark, so you can't really tell.
Right. I'm just looking for like signs of life or campfires or danger or something like that.
You don't see anything as you scan the island. Now, as you kind of you scan around just to do a quick scan of the rest of it. Now, off in the distance, far in the distance, you catch kind of some interesting looking. You think it's a ship, maybe, but it kind of glows a little bit. But there's the sails of the ship have kind of this colorful triangle pattern on them, almost like a circus tent. And you see that far off in the distance.
And I don't recognize it at all, other than just being a ship.
Do a history check. Let's try that. I think history would be good. You're the worst.
I swear. That's fine. Wait, if I yeah, that's 9 straight.
Okay. You don't recognize it.
I'm the worst. All right. All right, that's pretty much all I know there. At this point, I'm just kind of like, I lower the spyglass. Still very curious about this. But I'm cautious. I've seen sales on the lines before. Usually, they don't mean good news. So I'm gonna try to keep this in my vision, or at least be aware of it. And I'm just going to remain at the post.
Okay. So you try to look for it again, right? So you look for it, you see it, you bring it down to think about if you've seen something like this before, but you can't recall. You go to look for it again and you can't see it. And then the rest of the night passes uneventfully. And it's the next morning, and you all awaken after so go ahead and move the ship. Ship lengths in half, closer to your goal.
Are we going around?
We move faster at night.
So, yeah, you already moved the night.
Yeah, we just did.
Okay. Day 2. What would you guys like to do? In your potty, you awaken in the morning, alone in the medical bay, just kind of lying down. And as you kind of like move your head, kind of feels a little heavy, and you can tell that attached to your skull is this blade mohawk, essentially.
Is it a forward mohawk or the back? Like this blade? I'm jetting this way. Or that way, like
Yeah, like that.
Oh, okay.
So not accidentally cut everybody.
Yeah.
She look. Is there a mirror down there? No.
Everybody's have to make a dexterity check
Really,
every
no.
time she walks by.
Is there like water? Anything I can look at myself in?
You can go probably to the. I mean, they have. You could probably find a mirror.
Can you buff out one of the flintlocks really well?
Oh, yeah.
You could either do that, or you could go to the. You could find like there's barrels of water and stuff like that. You could probably
All right.
find.
I head back down. If I see a barrel of water, I'm gonna look at it.
Okay. You look in the barrel of water, and it's hard to see. It's not like perfect because the ship's kind of rocking. But you can get a good idea that you have this blade on your head now that feels very solid. And just any crew members around are just. And then Ned kind of comes trundling out. Whoa! What happened to your head? What's on there?
Awesome. It's a piece of flintlock I found downstairs. Do you have like a stick or a piece of meat or anything?
Well, sure. Here's a piece of jerky.
You want some?
No.
Now I got two. And she
That's-
runs off.
Wow.
She's just running down. Oh, Captain! Captain! She's just running, yelling for Captain.
Okay. Since you're you're still probably in the captain's quarters at this point. Depending, you kind of hear a little bit of something, but just like the faintest, because it's pretty loud on the ship naturally. You know, creaking and crews talking and things like that.
Captain! I get up. I remember conversations. I'm like, I'm gonna go find Bobby. Make sure she's still alive after being experimented on.
So as you head down deck, you follow the shouts of "Captain, Captain" as she's yelling, and you see her and you notice this blade on her head.
Ta-da!
Why?
I'm better.
Okay. It's your body, so you can do whatever you want with it. But just so you know, you were perfect the way you were.
Now I'm perfect-er. I'm taller. I'm sure this thing can do some damage.
Yeah,
You want to see? I'd show you what I did to the jerky that Ned gave me, but I ate it.
here's my fear. You now have a weapon on your head that you're not used to having there. Do you think while you're on the close quarters of a ship, you can find something to put on it? You can take it off when we're off the ship and you feel like you could be in danger, but so you don't accidentally make one armed, one leg Larry even less Larry than
I
there
have
is.
my cloak with the hood that I used to put on my head.
Could you wear your hood while we're in close quarters?
I could.
Will you?
I would, but I don't understand why I would cover it up.
For safety. Not
See-
your safety, other people's safety.
See, I'll do it because it's you.
When we're off the ship and we're not in like crowded areas, show it. You know what?
Because I used to walk around with the hood all the time, like yesterday. Because I was
It's not to hide, it's
hiding.
just for safety precautions.
Okay.
I gotta think of the crew's safety and
Okay.
your friend's safety.
Well, you guys never touched my head before this.
I'm just saying, until you get used to it, when we notice you're used to having the weapon on your head,
Okay.
you won't have to wear the cloak anymore.
Okay.
And if there seems to be danger, please take the cloak off.
Okay. I have to talk to LaShawn to see what else this can do. But on another note,
Uh-huh. I'm just staring at it now.
that room behind my drum,
Yeah.
I don't really feel comfortable with all the crew staying there, so I'm gonna I'm gonna get rid of some of the mattresses and I'm going to build like a raised garden bed. Maybe 2.
Where is there crew in there? Or was that the guest quarters?
I don't know. I just thought it was guest quarters.
Okay.
Because I got some wood. I was going to return it to Pelika because I took all the wood and she was like, she made a big thing out of it, but then I kind of convinced her, and I think it's because I really felt good about having this done that I was able to convince her, like, with my charisma, to let me take the wood, but I'm actually going to give it back because I found those beds and they're like already half done. I'm just keeping one plank to make the sign.
Okay. Do that. But if we have, how many beds are you taking?
How many were down there? Okay. On the map.
That is
No.
There
There it
I
is.
was gonna say it was like
8.
8.
The back 4.
Can you just take 2?
I do, but there's just like 2 more weird crewmen sleeping behind my
I
door.
know. Guest quarters. You need it for like if people come aboard.
Okay. All right. Okay. So, Potty's Garden
Uh-huh.
and Inn
Okay.
is capacity at 6 people.
Great.
Okay.
Okay.
Potty's Garden and Inn.
Got it.
Potty Garden and Inn. That's what it says.
And you're giving the wood that you're not using now back to Pelika.
I just need enough to line the bottom and then make my sign.
Okay.
And I will give the rest back to Pelika.
Okay. And I'm going to tell Flintlock we need to pick up a little bit of extra wood for repairs.
Okay. And be sure if you send any guests down there that they have to check in
Okay.
no earlier than 3 o'clock.
Okay. We'll talk about that.
Or
when it
else.
happens. No. Know this. There are guests.
Okay.
Okay.
5. I think I'm going to sleep there when I feel like it.
That's negotiable. Depends. We'll talk about it when
Okay.
we have guests.
Okay. And tell Flintlock I need some dirt.
You're going to sleep there, not with your flintlocks?
My Flintlock, that whole floor, that's like the Flintlock suite.
Okay.
I can sleep in there if I want to. I just need to have, it's potties. It's the potty garden and inn.
Garden and inn.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I can sleep anywhere.
We have a B&B on board.
Yep.
All right.
But just 3:00.
And let's wait on any more modifications until that's, super healed.
Okay. But I'm gonna go down there and practice with it.
That's a good idea.
I am.
Okay.
Okay. And I forgot what I was gonna say. Oh, tell Flintlock
Uh-huh.
I need dirt
Okay.
and seeds
Okay.
of whatever you guys want, because it'll save us some money to feed some of these crew people.
Okay.
Okay.
And, if you can grow vegetables or fruit, that's less scurvy.
And by the way, if at any time you feel like the sales aren't really cutting it, I think if I bang
You're my hammer.
if I bang the drum and have the sales up, we might move super fast.
Okay. I'll let you know.
Okay. Aye, Captain.
I'm going to go look for a flintlock.
And she just misses.
You're going to chop your fingers off.
Ow!
You definitely cut yourself. Like,
It's sharp.
Yeah, this is why we're wearing the cloak for a while.
I took it into town and I got it sharpened. They did a really good job.
Okay. And I go look for a flintlock.
Wow.
Hey,
Yes.
okay. A couple things.
Oh God.
One, did you tell the crew to keep an eye out for any signs of smoke or anything weird from the island?
Yes.
Great. In other news,
Oh, there's more.
Potty
Oh God.
had not Pelica. What's her name?
Lashana.
Lashana. Getting my crew members confused. Had Lashana implant a razor blade mohawk into her head.
Whatever.
Okay. So
I mean, does she look better?
I don't. She looked fine. What is wrong with you people? She was fine the way she is.
I mean,
Is it epic? Sure. Is she already cut her hand saluting me? Yes.
then it works.
But she's practicing with it, so hopefully that helps. Just keep an eye out for the crew. I don't want an accidental missing arm.
You mean more than already have?
Yeah.
Got it.
I'm especially worried about Larry.
Oh, Larry. It's like bring my hat down. And like, a
Okay.
moment of quick silence.
So
Can-
how much further until we're there?
God, how much further till there?
I'm like, you guys can figure it. I mean, because you guys got to get to basically
I'm
right.
asking you guys on that.
I know, but I gotta.
So basically, you
God,
guys
it's in
have to
my
get
head.
like right where it's
Is
his
this
own,
for the
Yeah.
basically,
okay.
and then you have to
Okay.
travel
inward?
inward.
Okay, inward. I see. Okay. How far inward? Like how many days inward is it?
It is probably about 2 days inward by
Okay.
foot.
Okay.
All right, so we're probably looking at least another 3 days,
Oh, much longer than that.
8 days.
Well, because let's see. I mean, because you guys can do 2.5 ship movements
Right.
per day. So that's like one,
Well, depending on where we want to make landfall.
2,
Do you want to go directly across in the tree?
3.
Yeah,
Okay.
probably. The
So
shortest.
probably about 3 days of
By
sailing,
sea, yeah.
and then you've got if you're by foot, you would go. It's about 2 days inward.
All right, at full
I would
sail.
say maybe yeah.
At full sail, we're looking at 3 days around the island to make landfall,
Okay.
and another 2 days on foot
Got it.
by my maps that I've calculated.
Okay.
So, Captain, before we go any further, I should bring up earlier this was it at night or it was at night, right? When I saw the ship
Yes.
last night, I saw what appeared to be sails on the horizon. I couldn't identify them. but they looked quite peculiar. They were there and then they were gone. I don't know if we're being followed, but given my reputation and probably a few of the crew, I would be wary.
All right.
We could be hunted.
Okay.
It did look rather colorful, but color doesn't mean kindness on the sea.
All right. So because we're kind of going around the far end of we're coming into the far end of the island. Have the crew pay more attention to the sea right now, and then as we come closer, we'll have them focus on the island a little bit more.
Understood.
So look for ships, is what I'm saying.
An eye out for ships on the horizon.
Go ahead and roll a perception check for your crew.
Oh boy.
And remember your crew. So it's +4 because it's your crew's it's your crew's quality score is your modifier.
So +4 to whatever I roll.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, whoa. Don't roll that. Don't go with that. Don't go with that. Right? All right. 18.
18. Okay. So you hear a shout from the top. Hoy! Sails off the starboard side. And they kind of like point at you. Can kind of look up, and as you see
Old
off
beard.
of the no, old beard has
Obviously,
the night
Night
watch.
crew.
It's Peach Buzz with a full.
So off the starboard side of the ship, kind of towards the bow, so kind of to the top right of the ship, you see a sail, not the same sail you saw last night, but you guys see a sail approaching from far off.
All right. Can I try to use my spyglass and see what it is? Hopefully my perception's better than mine.
Okay, so go ahead and put
Winston heard the commotion and came
put
up on deck.
the ship here, or put your ship here, and then so let's see.
It's going to be a fight.
Oh, okay. I was sorry. I was looking for something.
Never mind.
These squares, so they're going to be 10. They're going to be 10 feet instead of 5 feet.
Okay.
So actually, they're a little bit more than that. So,
We fit in one.
so if you guys fit in one,
Our ship is 10 feet long.
I'm just trying to figure out how I can.
Could be 100 feet.
Okay, go ahead and put this. This is different than I planned it, but go ahead and put this out there. So just for movement speed, a little bit farther down. Okay, so just for movement speed, they are still they're 10 feet. I know you guys fit in one, but just assume that if you're moving, your ship moves 10 feet. Because your movement sails determine the speed at which you move. And when you guys, so we're just kind of using that as a sort of, we're using these as markers. Okay, and then go ahead. As you look out, the sails, this ship has a kind of a reddish tint to it. And you notice that trailing behind it is kind of this red maroon wake.
That can't be good.
All right, and roll initiative for your ship. So,
Yeah.
yep.
Oh, it's That's a misroll, kind of. Nope. You know what? I'm gonna re-roll.
That
Sorry.
was totally not a number.
That was not it. That was a point. 15.
Okay.
What do we have? Oh, I know what I do. Battle stations. Is that right?
That's correct.
All right.
All right, discover battle stations. We're looking at a fight. Possibly. Probably. It's a nasty looking ship.
Okay. And then what do you? So it's your turn. What action do you take?
My turn?
It's the
Yeah, you guys are
ship's
up
turn.
first.
Oh, the ship's turn.
Yeah.
All right, Captain. Well, you're leading the ship.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Your orders, Captain.
Let's. How far do they go? Sorry. Oh, the one thing I don't have on here is the. How far did the cannons go?
The cannons.
Did you write it down?
Yeah.
I might have.
The cannons move 200 feet or 800 feet with disadvantage.
Okay.
You rolled a 2d10 per cannon, or an 8d4 for all 4 cannons, for like a broadside, basically.
So how far away is he? 10 feet. Holy.
Do the math, Captain.
They're about 200 feet from you.
Okay. Well, first we're gonna move closer.
Careful not to expose our broadside, Captain. If she gets a bead on us, she will open fire, and we will take heavy damage.
The only way to shoot my cannons is I have to turn, right? Because they won't go side like. I
Right. So at this point, you'd have to turn
Right?
your
What
ship.
are the-
Now you can turn up to 90 degrees. So basically, you can
I
move
get
up.
3. What is it? I get 3 actions.
Mhm.
2 of them are. Okay. Just 3. Got it. Okay. I see. Move. There it is. Turn. If helm is destroyed, the warship can't turn. Okay. Sorry, I'm reading all the things.
She's reading the owner's manual of the
Here.
ship.
Yeah. Well, we're in the middle of your first ship battle.
Okay.
It's actually my first
Yay.
ship D&D
Well, I was
battle.
thinking of moving, turning, and then shooting our. But then we can turn again. Because that's 3 movements.
One. So each turn is each movement she can do a turn. Is that what it is?
So
I can do 90 degrees.
you can move up to the speed of the ship's sails with one 90-degree turn.
So you want to turn us in front of it, open fire, and then turn again. Ram.
And the word I can't ever pronounce correctly.
Rivet. Mangonels?
Yeah.
What are those the catapult type things?
Yeah, they
Alright.
launch like large, heavy boulders.
All right.
They do bludgeoning damage.
Nice. All right. Well, if we're looking at 50 feet, you want me to go this way and then 2 turns? So,
Yeah.
all right.
You want to try it?
I'll give it a shot.
All right.
How far do the cannons? What's the range again? 200 and 800 with disadvantage?
Mm-hmm.
Oh. I'll be able to do it.
What?
So I'm going to move. 30. I can't see if I'm even in 40, 50. That's 50 with the rain, going with the wind.
Okay.
So
Are we?
we're not quite. It's going to shoot straight that way.
You're right. We totally missed.
Yeah. So what I actually, you know what? Hold on. Can you do over the movement?
Sure.
It's our first time.
Yes, for this one time.
All right. Where was I? Was I here?
Yeah.
All right. So 10. Hold on. There. All right, Captain. Now that I figured out my driving.
We doing cannons? Let's just shoot the cannons.
All right.
Cannons, fire. What's the?
Port side cannons.
What do
Okay.
we roll for cannons?
On your.
So you're gonna roll a it's a plus 5 to hit,
Got it.
and then
Are you doing all 4 or a single cannon?
8, and then it's 2d10 per cannon.
Okay. 13.
13 to hit.
Yeah.
So that is so you're firing straight on. That's going to be a miss. If that's
Damn.
13. So as you know, go ahead and you fire. Did you fire all 4?
Yeah.
So you fired all 4, and it just kind of, because it's straight on, it just sort of like most of them
Spreads.
flies off to the side. One of them kind of dings off the front of the ship,
Okay.
but you're still pretty far and not quite there yet to attach it.
These dogs are drunk.
And we can
And then you
do
guys
one
can-
more movement.
If you guys have one more action, so you
Yeah.
can do a movement if you guys would like.
I feel like a movement would be better than trying to fire again.
Yeah.
Let's go.
I feel like
So
you
we're
should
also
turn so
straight.
you're not
We're not
broadsided.
broadsided.
Do you want to aim straight at them? I
Yeah,
can
sure.
turn and then. Do I?
Or like go slightly to the side so we can come up on them. I mean, they're probably going to do
Here.
the same.
And then I can go up. What is it again? 50 feet? Yeah, so it's 10, 20, 30. Oh, there we go. We're approaching.
Okay.
We're going to have them reload the cannons. Do the cannons need to be reloaded every turn?
Yes, they would require that's an action.
Oh, okay.
To I think I'm going to require that as an action to reload reload them.
All right.
For the ballista and the mangonel, it's not. That would count as a free
Mangonel.
action because they're pretty simple,
Okay.
but because of the complexity of the cannons.
Got it.
Okay. What is your armor class for your hull?
The hull is 15.
Okay. So it launches one of its mangonel, and you guys kind of watch as this giant boulder flies off the ship and splashes next to you, and the ship sails forward. So she moves forward 4 spaces.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Oh boy.
Yep. and she kind of stays headlong, and then
Can we board the other ship?
Yes.
But we have to disable it first.
all right, and then you guys see, and this giant ballista arrow comes flying in.
And skewers Larry.
Larry, get just all we care about.
Larry, no, Larry, no!
So where he's just like, oh,
Larry, run!
Run, Larry!
a bandage.
I mean, hobble faster! It's just like,
That's why we keep Larry down in the hold.
Can we call Larry Pogo Stick?
We just keep him in a barrel.
Name back, Pogo. Shit's got a lot of,
And all those die clicking together. Making me nervous.
armament over there.
Okay, so your hull, it kind of like launches and then just punches through your hull, and your hull takes 23 damage.
What? Gotta find the HP. 500.
Somebody.
And then of your crew members,
I don't have like. Oh man, we're gonna lose crew members too. You have to keep track of this because.
I'll just make a page. Yeah. Damage report.
Yes, call it damage.
So
32.
four of your crew members are injured.
32 damage.
Shauna will love that.
They're just injured. None of them haven't maintained any fatal injuries, but 4 of them are currently out of commission based on shrapnel and stuff as it punches through the bottom part of your hull, and the shrapnel kind of like rips into it with the giant ballista. And it's your turn.
Okay. Let's see. I'm going to. Or who's is it? Am I?
It's up to you guys how you guys want
Command,
to.
right?
I mean,
Yeah.
right now it's just your ship, so it's up to you guys to
Are we all
determine.
up on deck? Did we all go up?
Where
I
are
came out on
you?
deck.
You came out. All right,
It's
so,
up to you guys where you guys want to be.
So at least the 3 of us
or-
are on deck. You, me, and the
I
captain.
think when somebody started shouting that they saw a ship, that's when I came out there.
So it's up to you guys where you guys want
Potty
to be.
ran up.
All right.
Tore her hood off.
Really ripped it out.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'm going to try to. I'm going to try to fire a mangonel at it. I'm in range, right? 200.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you're well within range.
All
How
right.
big are these squares?
They're 10 feet.
10.
So it's like 10 feet.
All right.
Where did that ballista hit? It hit the front of the ship, of our ship?
I feel like the front left or something.
How big
Yeah.
was that hole? Did it mean? Did it make a hole in the ship?
Like how big is it? Substantial
Yeah.
or is it?
I mean no, because I mean it's a large ballista,
bow.
but it's on the port bow.
Bow.
Port bow.
All right.
Nothing like you're gonna sink or anything like
No,
that.
yeah, I just.
But just
Winston likes details.
yeah, no,
Yeah.
pretty.
Could somebody measure the diameter of
Get someone to measure the diameter of that hole.
Right, and
And fire the mangonel. So I'm going to go ahead and try my best to get a decent roll. Come on. Nat 20.
okay, awesome. So it was your mangonel.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so the max damage is 5d10. So that's 50,
Okay.
and then roll. I guess we'll treat it like any other. Roll an additional 5d10 to determine.
All right. Additional 5d10. 7.
Okay, total of 7.
Well,
rolled 5
sorry.
D10.
5. Sorry. What am I doing?
I was like, you rolled 5d10.
And all I got was a 7. What? Hold on. So 7. 17.
Okay, 17. So 57.
Yeah.
Cool. So as you fire the mangonel and you hear screams from the crew as it, as the giant boulder just rolls, like crunches onto the deck of the ship and then rolls a little bit, just ripping up the ship deck and really causing a lot of damage.
That's a direct hit. All right, Captain. You put a small, decent sized hole in our port bow.
4 crew are injured.
I used to dead.
But
Like,
I
what's
was going to say
happening?
damaged, but then I remember the people. So
our return fire with the mangonel has done some serious damage to the morale and their ship.
Okay.
Do we still have movement?
Yeah, you have to. That was just one
That's
action.
just an action. We got 2 more actions, right?
Mhm.
Right. Well, we're still loading here, and I played Black Flag before, so I know how this goes.
Did we reload our cannons?
Yeah, it takes a turn.
Okay.
So I'm going to do.
That's a specific action, so you would need to take an action to load your
Got it.
cannons. To reload them.
are the 4 crew that were injured earlier out of commission? Like they can't do anything
Yeah.
until they're back on their feet?
Yeah.
All right.
Okay. And was that 2
That was-
movements, or what was that?
That was 1 movement for 50,
Okay.
and then we can do another movement.
I think that was 2 90-degree turns.
2 90
now.
degree turns? Okay, if it's 2 90-degree turns, then 1, 2, yeah. And that's,
Okay. So you guys are done?
yeah.
So you decided against taking an action to load your cannons?
Well, did we want to load our cannons? All right. Well,
So you could, if you remove the second 90-degree turn, you can load your cannons.
I'm about right there. Yeah, right there.
Okay.
So we'll sit right there and we'll load our cannons.
Okay, so they're going to take a 90-degree turn north, and then, because they're going against the wind, they're only going to go 3 spaces, but that's all they need. Or, oh no, they can only go 2 spaces. I'm sorry, they can only go there. But then it's going to push forward with another action to move up a space. And then it's going to fire its cannons!
Brace yourselves. We got 500 hit points.
Oh,
Ooh, nat 20.
we fired the ballista once. I mean,
Yeah.
to figure all this out.
Ballista we don't need to reload because those are instant.
It doesn't, but you still have ammo though.
I'm trying
We still have ammo. We fired one. Well, we fired
No,
one.
you just
mangonel.
find the mangonel.
We
So
can
just
find
one
the-
of the large stones.
So 1x ballista round, 1x mango.
Well, we still
you
still
didn't
have our,
fire the ballista.
Yeah, we still have our ballistas. We have full armor. Full.
So the only thing that what have we fired?
Just the mangonel.
Cannons,
Cannons
and we
and
missed on the
mangonel.
cannons.
How many cannons did we fire?
All 4. On
So 4x cannonballs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And some gunpowder.
And some whatever. And then we fired one boulder for the mangonel.
Okay, so it deals just full broadside, boom, 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 and just right on the hull of your guys' ship, dealing 60 damage.
We got broadside.
Yeah.
Go ahead and roll roll 2d4.
60
Go ahead, Captain.
cannons. What side?
It just hit our port side.
5? Okay. So 5 crew members are put out of commission.
No, I'm sorry, our starboard side.
Roll an additional 2d4. Are any of them above? Are any of them 3s or 4s?
Yeah. One's
One's a 4 and the other one was
a
a 2. Okay, so for 4, 2 of those crew members die. So you had 5 crew members get injured, and of those 5, 2 of them received fatal wounds.
So 2 we cannot recover.
to
So
you.
no matter what, we have 38 crew members left.
So as you kind of like, as the cannon, the full broadside just slams into your guys' hull, and there's just shrapnel everywhere, and a couple of one cannonball just slams perfect right into the hull, just taking out 2 of your crew members, instantly killing them. And it's your guys' turn. Good thing you guys reloaded your
Fire
phone.
the cannon!
Fire the starboard cannon. Well, we reloaded the port. Starboard's ready to go. So
That is true.
That's
Good,
right.
good thinking.
Fire starboard cannons. Would you like to roll on that, Captain, or would you like to... Actually, Winston, would you care to roll?
Yes.
Winston.
Yeah, Winston! Fire the...
D20.
Yeah, D20. Fire the starboard
Add,
cannon.
add 5.
Whatever you roll at 5.
Nat 20.
That's what I call
Okay.
a turn for
I
was like, oh no!
So it does the full damage, and then I'm actually going to do it this way. You get an additional, just so it doesn't. That's like the third D20.
It
Oh
is.
my god. You get an additional D10 per cannon. So roll an additional 4 D10.
2d10.
So you did 80 damage.
Wait, roll 4d10.
Yep. And then we're going to add that to 80.
Each individual one, or add them all?
We'll add them all together. That's your total damage.
25.
25. Okay, so you deal 105 damage to the ship.
Winston. After the smoke settles, he's just standing there like, with a big smile on his face with the
fuse.
Yeah. I like sailing.
I'm glad you do. We need more like Koru! Just hear from like someone in the ship. Koru!
He pounds his chest.
We still have movement, by the way. Because that was our action.
Yep. And you guys were, I'm assuming, basically, were you aiming for? Well, you can't really aim the cannons, so those went pretty much straight through the hull. Unless, let me know. So you guys can target. You guys can specifically target the helm and the sails as well if you want to.
Okay.
Just let me know what you if you guys are targeting something specific. Now, for the sail, for the cannons, it's a lot harder to target, but you would probably, if you wanted to, you could put like chains,
Was that last
grape
one
shot,
that
or
I-
do the chain cannons. So it's the 2 cannonballs connected by a chain. And you could take out sails.
was the last round that I fired only 4 cannons?
Mm-hmm.
There's a name for that. I forgot what it's called.
I don't remember what it was. It was used.
Yeah,
It's a specific kind of cannonball.
Can we read
Yep.
She's beat up, and at this point, it's
Can we ask them to surrender? Is that
if you got close enough, yeah.
Okay.
It's up to you guys. Whatever you guys want to do.
Okay.
We could also order for crew and supplies.
That's fine.
You get your there for our ship.
That's also true.
Or we could take the ship from
We
port.
all get a flag.
Yes, we have. Or yes, we can get potty her own ship. Wouldn't that be?
Just tell them to throw all their stuff in the water. And we'll just goes by and
Grab it, press the triangle.
Let's try to approach, see if we can board.
Well, I recommend not exposing our broadside when we approach.
Yeah.
Meaning, you know how it is. So,
Because that was just you guys. That was just one action. So
Right.
you guys still have
Yeah. Get us. I want repair stuff and crew.
repair
And-
stuff
and
and crew and money. Of course, yes, definitely.
Dirt.
How is a ship carrying? All right. So you want us close enough to talk to them, right? So, can I do 90 degree one space, or I have to do a space and then 90?
You can 90 return.
Alright. So,
I'll allow it. Actually, I'm not going to allow it. It doesn't make sense. It actually doesn't.
One action, right? And we have 2 actions left.
You have 2 actions. So you can use 1 90 return per action. But in order to 90 return, you need to at least move forward a space.
All right. So 90. So, like that. That's 10. 50. There we go. And then it's 50 checks. 90 return and an action. So I took 2 actions there.
Okay.
Action. So,
You want me to do it?
Well, you know what? I forgot to.
So
yeah, it's salvage for
vision.
before.
I'll just have to make it salvage.
Yeah, included. Because it's salvage is always like clearing.
Right.
All right. So, Captain, are we close enough to even talk to the real shadow?
You guys are pretty close.
All right. Captain, we're within shouting range. Anything you want to say?
Surrender now, or we'll take you.
Go ahead and roll an intimidation check, or you can roll for it.
What's your
Yeah.
intimidation and modifier?
I don't know.
+2.
We do it.
13.
Okay.
I had a +5 for my modifier, but I probably roll crap.
They do not.
That's why I have.
So that was one of your. That was the last of your actions.
Right.
Yeah. So they do not. So you can as you get closer, you realize that it's a crew. There's like some. It's mostly like goblins and orcs and just kind of. There's not really any. There's not that many humans on board.
Goblins.
And in response, they fire the ballista at you, kind of aiming towards your helm.
Great.
They miss.
Okay.
Pass by. Probably slams into the captain's cabin.
Can we see how many crew, like they have a lot of crew on there?
You see, I mean, there's a decent amount of crew on deck that you guys can see, and then they kind of come around to your guys' port side.
Like this? Or this?
Yeah, that's
Right around there. Yep. So they're right next to you guys.
captain. Goblins. I know their kind. They're not going to give up until they're dead.
They have one more.
They do.
That's not it. Oh, big giant ships are
Okay, so they're right next to you guys. So go ahead and kind of fill out.
Where are you? Right back.
Uh,
Are you on deck or are you?
I'm in the water.
Was this map created just in case we
I'm on deck.
in case we boarded a ship.
Nice. Yeah, that's about right.
Here, go ahead and spread these guys out amongst. Actually, just do 6 of them. No, 5 of them.
This guy's over here now.
I'll be with Patty actually.
Potty now has a big blade on her head.
Oh my god.
Big sharp mohawk blade.
Winston help put it on?
Oh,
I don't think she knows that.
No, she doesn't.
that's really
I've already cut myself on it once.
a lot.
The captain.
So you have a blade in your skull?
Oh, like this.
Oh, okay. But is it like bleeding?
I
And
don't think so.
so as this, you can see that the captain. Actually, can you put one of them up on the poop deck next to that? Yeah. So you can see the captain just kind of shout from this large orc, and he kind of shouts, and he'll be like, "The Red Wake will never surrender. Board them, lads!" And that's the end of their turn. So it's
These
your
are still
guys'
10
turn.
feet.
Those are now 5 feet.
Okay.
So
Even across the
move-
water.
Yes, across the water, it's now 5 feet. There's going to be some, as your
Nice.
crews clash, there will be kind of we're going to kind of do like mob attacks. So we'll kind of, I'll work on that.
And I yell, "Get them for our down crewmen!" Like that. Very inspired.
And so what I want you guys to actually do, unless you guys would, you guys are welcome still to take ship actions.
Well, they're gonna board us anyway.
I don't know. It's more
Um,
than hurts.
It's like
For an attack
But we're
them.
going to go ahead and
Sounds
actually,
boring.
you guys are going to roll for initiative, but you guys will, in addition, at the end of your turn, take a ship action.
okay.
What did you say?
They're talking about let's board that ship. Let's board that.
So we'll just
We're
like
all-
switch.
Yeah. We're fighting now.
Oh, we use initiative for everybody. We're all rolling initiative.
Would Winston's jungle affinity help him swing on ropes? If he's good at swinging on ropes.
You're all
No.
Another question.
I'm going to say no.
Nissa rolled at 8.
Okay, give me 1 second.
Yeah.
12.
Just someone remember
funny. But it's spiritual. It's an ambulance.
Throw it in.
It's the WAMP.
The ambulance. Hey guys,
I rolled nat 20, but plus 2.
22.
Okay. Sorbash was 22, you said? What'd you get, Footmark?
I got a 12.
Nissa?
8,
Or Winston?
12.
Where'd it go? Winston was 12. Okay, Potty?
16.
16. And Nissa?
8.
8. Okay. All right. Sorabash, you are up first.
Okay. I'm going to use my war cry and say, we stand for the tree of life. You will be the tree of death as you will die today.
Okay.
Winston raises his axe in solidarity. Yes, for the Corrino.
The Correo.
Okay. That was a. It makes a.
I think it's,
It makes a Constitution saving throw. I think. Remind me again of what. Let me see. Okay, so you may choose a number of enemies in front of you. So I'm assuming it'll be those two, because you equal to your proficiency modifier. Each of us make a Constitution saving throw, and they need to do 8 plus your Constitution modifier plus your proficiency bonus. So what's your Constitution modifier?
2.
2. So they have to beat 12. The first one is successful. The second one is not successful. So that one closest to the one closest right here is kind of, you see that color kind of drain from his face as he's frightened. Do you have those
Oh, the condition.
markers?
Yeah.
We're gonna frighten him.
Right. Yes.
Okay, cool. Do you move? That was your action. So do you move?
No, I guess I'll move closer to like trying to intimidate, closer to the edge of the boat. Just right on the edge.
Underneath the purple guy.
This guy?
Yep.
What's going on? What I missed?
All right. And then Potty, you are up, and then Flintlock, you're on deck. So she
Potty's
successfully frightened one of the orcs that are on deck.
Our stats for my head blade.
Yes, it would. It requires it's your strength modifier, so because it's a melee weapon, and then it is say
You okay, baby?
short sword, like 1d6.
You okay, cutie? All right.
All right. Well, Potty casts spiritual weapon.
Yeah.
And then
You both have one. Okay. You wanna put the stuff away, baby?
okay. So she casts it, and she's above this frightened guy
Okay.
and attacks him. That's a 19.
A 19. A 19 hits.
So that's 7 damage. That's my bonus action.
7 damage.
Yeah.
Okay.
Still the same bonus action. The spiritual weapon moves over here. Same thing to that guy. That's a nat 20.
Okay. Nice.
So many ones.
And that's 8 damage.
So 8 damage total,
Yeah.
including the additional.
That's 8 damage to him, 7 to that one.
Okay.
And then Patty. She hasn't moved yet, so she can. Oh, she hasn't used that. She hasn't moved yet. So can she jump?
Can she jump?
Yeah, like over there,
yes.
like 10 feet. So she does that, and she tries to hit her, like headbutt this guy.
With the blade.
It's a 10 feet. So that was I think for jumping, I think you're able to. It's equal to a standing long jump. It would be. Did you
I would
run and jump?
Yeah, I would run and jump.
So I think it's equal to your. I think it's equal to your strength. The distance.
Which is 0.
No, the
Oh, my strength? It's 11.
So if you can cover a number of feet up to your strength score if you move at least 10 feet on foot, move immediately before the jump.
Okay. So if I
if you-
move back and then run.
And jump, and then yeah. So
Okay.
you've got 11 feet. So you just make it. So you just make it to the other side,
Okay.
and then go ahead and roll an attack.
8.
Okay, an 8 misses.
She's still getting used to the weight, right?
So your spiritual weapon kind of appears on top of one of them, and what is your spiritual weapon attack with?
It's just
Or how does it? Oh, it just does it?
bludgeoning.
It just
Yeah.
slams down, so it kind of like crashes down, does a full Kirby stone drop on one of them, and it lands kind of like halfway on this orc, and he kind of crumbles underneath the weight, and then it moves over to the other target, and again slams down even harder before you kind of hear like a bone pop as his shoulder comes out of his socket, and then you back up and you jump across between the ships, land on the other side, and you go to headbutt this guy with your new blade, but he is able to kind of dodge out of the way of your. You're kind of it's still heavy and unwieldy, so you kind of are not able to get it quite right. Flintlock, you're up, and then Winston, you're on deck.
Thank you. Okay. Let's see. Just from across the deck, I yell out, "The red wake will end up at the bottom of the sea, where the fish will strip the flesh from her crew members' bones." and then I forget. Can I move and shoot? Is that like movement in an action?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna move up. Can I jump? Do I have to go around to go down here?
I mean, you can jump off of it. I mean, it's probably like
All right. I'm just gonna like hop down here.
it's not super tall, but
And I'm going to fire my pistol.
so the big guy is the captain.
Big guy, okay. Is this the helmsman?
Yeah.
All right, I'm just going to...
So you can they would actually kind of be scoot back a little bit. So scoot them back. He's behind the helmsman, and the helmsman is right in front.
Oh, okay.
On the helm.
He's like this?
Other way around.
No, sorry.
Yeah.
So I'm going to... Can I get a line on
the captain?
28. Yeah.
No, the guy's in front of him.
Okay.
So you
Well,
just shoot the helmsman.
He's going to shoot the helmsman. He's got the disadvantage of being in front of the captain in the way of my bullet.
Okay, go ahead.
These rolls tonight. 11.
An 11 misses.
Damn.
So you fire your gun, and it just kind of goes off to the side.
All right, that's what I got. Sorry,
Winston, you are up.
So, Winston was. This has been a big adrenaline rush because he's never been in a nautical battle before. And then after Sorabash did her war cry, he got pumped up and instantly he just went into a raid. So he went into a raid as a bonus action. And then is there a rope I can swing over? Am I able to do that?
I mean, you have to climb up.
I think you can just jump
We're
around.
pretty
I
close.
better just jump.
Yeah.
You're able to jump. If you back up and move 10 feet, you're able to jump up to and kind of hop on the railing and jump
Right.
across. You're able to jump equal to your strength score. So whatever your strength score is, you're able to jump that far across.
Yeah. Well, my strength score is 19.
Yeah, so if you go back and you at least have 10 feet to jump forward, you can move forward up to 10 feet.
Up to 10.
Or, I'm sorry, up to 19 feet.
Okay. So back
1.
10.
Yep.
Just one.
Yeah, right there, that would be 10. About, yeah.
And then would I make it all the way here?
Oh, yeah. If you're going to jump, are you going to jump? Are you trying to jump your max jump? Because
I'm trying to get on the ship. Yeah.
you easily landed there, and it's not even that hard of a difficult jump for you.
And do I still have distance left to get to that guy? That's right in front.
Let's see, because you move back 10 feet, you move forward 10 feet, so you've got 10 more feet.
So 2 spaces or just
2.
spaces,
Yeah.
Sweet.
Okay.
Well, I'm here. I'm here in front of this guy. I'm raging. So I'm going to attack him.
Okay.
Just jump onto the other ship and attack. Let's see. And then, what am I adding to this?
It was 13.
Just makes me want to play the game.
A little 13 personally.
A 13. That hits.
And I'm using my great axe. 1d12. So that's going to be 15.
15 damage. Okay. Wow.
7 plus 6 plus my plus 2 melee damage with strength weapons for rage.
You are raging.
So you're able to, in your fierce rage, you're able to kill this guy. How do you kill him? What were you aiming for?
Well, I leaped over and I used that momentum to land on the ship and kind of do almost like a golf swing. He landed on the ship, just
Nice.
almost like trying to just send him, out into the ocean.
So you're able to as you do that, this orc is pretty large, but there's a much larger 400-pound Kareel just coming careening in, and he jumps across, and you see just this guy, the color drain from his face as you bring your great axe up, and you just catch him right in the gut, and you just feel your axe just come all the way up and catch at the last second, and you just swing back around, and he catches on your axe and flips all the way over you and slams down on the deck, just a mangled mess.
With his ribcage there.
Yeah,
Does Storm Match's War Cry, is that like a buff?
It's a racial trait. You have it as well.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's right. I don't think I've ever actually done that.
All right.
And yeah, that's what I
All right. So the captain kind of hefts a spear from where he is, and he kind of, the crew member in front of him, he kind of grabs him, shoves him to the side, and he kind of roars and chucks his spear right at Flintlock. And that is a 10.
It's a miss.
So his spear just kind of flies off the side and sticks into the side, and and then and he's just frustrated and kind of tosses his the guy that's in front of him. He crashes him up against the mast that's behind him, kind of dealing 4 damage to his own crew member as it kind of smashes across. And in his blind rage, this orc chieftain. All right, Nissa, you're up.
Oh my gosh. Okay. First, move around. Hop down. I'm here. Next to him. And we all know what's coming. A magic missile.
Yeah. Like if she doesn't, I'll be disappointed. Which guy?
Is that the captain or is that the guy standing
This
next to
guy's
Big guy's the captain.
Okay, so the guy standing in front of the captain.
Okay.
Poor hapless elves.
All 3. Wow.
Or how many?
All 4, because I'm doing it at level 2.
He's getting annihilated if it hits. I mean, it'll hit. But...
17.
Oof. So
Hold on. Okay.
you rolled your wild magic. So this Helmsman, he's dazed and confused from just having been slammed against the pole, and you fire out these 4 magic missiles and just boom, 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 all 4 hit him right at once and just like sear, his like kind of, he's got this leather armor or that just sort of just starts to like it glows red from the energy bolts, and it kind of burns away and burns a hole through his stomach from where it just like slammed him, and his guts just kind of like pour out from his stomach, and he just slumps across the wheel, just totally dead, very dead.
Yeah.
Super dead.
Super dead.
He's not just dead; he's very dead.
Super dead.
Okay, so this one up at the bow of the ship, he, runs towards Potty
Uh-oh.
and just swings a large axe at Potty. So can you move that guy Potty or the
This guy?
yeah
He's up right
towards Potty.
behind her.
So I don't know where Jeff is, but that guy may have the
Spiritual weapon?
spiritual weapon. I don't know if it has a. So this guy moved out from underneath your spiritual weapon. Does that have a bonus action as anything? Okay. Opportunity attack. Okay. And that is a 23.
Ooh.
I'm assuming that hits.
He swung an
He
axe at
swung
you.
a big axe at you. Okay.
She's like, no.
Okay. Yep. All right, and it deals. It's a 9, 12 damage. So he kind of swings this great axe and just catches you. Your back is kind of turned towards him, and he just gets a nice solid slash across your back. Now the second orc here is frightened of you, but it's gonna swing its great axe at you as well, kind of wildly, and it has it's flanking, but it's also frightened, so it's just gonna be a straight roll, and that is an 8.
So scared.
So it kind of swings, but you're kind of you're really close to it because you're trying to headbutt it, so it can't really get a good swing in like it wants to. Okay. Here's how we're going to do. So your crew, did you command them to board? Or did you do anything of the like? Or are you just kind of letting them do what you... Or are you going to leave it in the hands of... Because if you didn't decide beforehand... Whoops. If you didn't decide beforehand, Trim is going to kind of take the lead on that.
Okay. Yeah, I think I did kind of command it when I yelled for our down crewmen.
Okay. All right. So they are kind of,
took the hint.
Your crew, or at least kind of those that are on deck, go across and board this other ship. Okay. So go ahead and roll, and then add your crew's quality score,
Which is 4.
which is +4. Yeah. Roll a d20 and add your crew's quality score.
6.
Okay.
With the +4?
Yes.
Oof. And mine was a 7.
Okay, well, I feel
So, okay. So with that, in the midst of kind of all the chaos and battle, a crew member is killed. One of your crew members is killed.
Stop dying.
And we're back up at the top. So Sorabash, you are up. It doesn't count as an action. I'm kind of giving you guys that as a bonus action right now. Now, Where you are at, if you tried to jump across, you're going to land on potty. But you need to. So you can jump up to now, but you remember you have to have at least 10 feet to run forward to jump across. So you'd have to back up, use 10 feet to back up, then run 10 feet to forward. So that's 20 feet for you to jump across. I would say, and then also I would probably say at this point that because your crew members were able to board, let's say, right, I don't have a marker. I should get a marker for this. In the center there, there's been a couple of like planks, like boarding planks, that have been tossed across to kind of connect the ships. They're kind of like these wooden, like maybe where it's close enough, a long plank with like a hook at the end, almost like kind of a ladder that people can hook across. And then there's a couple of grappling hooks that are at the far ends that are connected that the crew members are kind of climbing across. So you have those options as well, and that's going to be. Let's see. I need something to mark that.
Draw your race marker.
It's like if only we had. Oh, perfect. Yeah. So there's the plank, and then we've got grappling hooks and like kind of ropes. Got one like right here, and then let's put one down at the bow there. So you would need to go to directly across from it and then climb across. So it still costs movement. Well, you can't.
You have to climb up.
You have to get up on top of that. That's too.
That's the second
That's
level.
about a 10-foot. Like you'd have to climb up, or about 8 feet to climb up there. Your best bet is I would move like if. I mean, it's up to you, but the best bet is probably if you move kind of diagonally back and then jump across. You just need 10 feet to jump across.
Yeah. So five, 1, 2.
Yeah, that'd be enough. Hmm. Yeah, you can. It's up to you how big of a jump you want to make. If you want to go your full jump, like you would land farther actually than that. Okay.
Right, where you are.
Because it's shorter than your full jump, you're able to land there pretty easily.
Okay. Say, leave the kitty alone. Water.
Okay. Dexterity saving throw has to beat 10. It succeeds. Oh, I succeed. So I was a success. So, oh, okay, cool. So that's that one. Oh wait. Oh no, but that's just. If it's frightened, is it on all or just? It's just when it's. Oh, when. Okay, hold on. I need to roll again. It got a 9, so it actually. Because it was frightened, I didn't roll at disadvantage. So you successfully killed it.
Oh.
So what did that look? What?
Like, just like it was like a water slide,
Mm-hmm.
and then wrapped around his head.
So it kind of like wraps around its head, and then this like pressure of the water, and it just kind of comes into its mouth and its nose, and it like you can tell that he's kind of like drowning, and it kind of like, and you can kind of see its as the water pressure kind of crushes his skull, and then he just slumps down to the ground. All right, Potty, you're up, and Footlock, you're on deck. Mm-hmm. Okay. A 16 hits. Hits. Okay. You finish him off.
Turns him into a pope. Made him Catholic.
Okay. Okay. And what is that? Got an 11. Okay. So he kind of looks around, and he on his next turn. Oh, okay. And with that, we need to make a note of that because we're going to pick this up next week.
So exciting!
So watch as the captain surrenders
Or dies.
next week. We will see you then. Good night, everybody.
All right.
Thank you.